times I try to make this motherfucking video. Like, oh my gosh. Okay. Anyway, hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl WAYYYY, and I'm bringing you guys another video. Now, this video is going to be for military personnel, people that want to be in the military, people that are curious about the military, and all that good stuff. Now, this is not a basic in AIT. This is more so what happens after AIT. What happens more professionalism and what happens to your social life. Now, of course, when you graduate AIT, you're going to be a robot. It happens to everybody. You're going to be on the straight and narrow right after AIT, depending on who you are. Everybody's different, but a lot of people that really take the military serious are on the straight and narrow. So let's go ahead and get into the professional side of life after the Army. Life after AIT. So when you get to your duty station, of course, your first duty station is not really picked. It's more so where they need personnel at, where they need your MOS at, and where they need fillers, basically. So to your duty station, you're going to in process. Every duty station is different. Every duty station has their own rules. Just how you can sit here and women can do a lot of things over in the United States. It might be something so different in a different country. Everybody has their own sets of rules. Now, you might come to a duty station where they tell you no drinking for the first 2 weeks. No, you have a curfew for the first 2 weeks, and you have to let your NCO or your superior know where you're at all times. And then you may get duty stations where there's no curfew. You can drink and you can go out and stay out however long you want to, as long as you're back for formation in the morning. It all depends on where you're at. So when I was at Campbell, we had a curfew. When I went through in processing at Campbell, we had a curfew. We had to be in at a certain time because there was a formation. We couldn't go out and drink because there was a formation. And we had to be up in the morning ready to go for formation. Also, you also had CQ when you was in processing at Fort Campbell. Now, the difference is when I got to Benning, I didn't have curfew. I didn't have to not drink for 2 weeks. I wasn't on a 2-week span where I had, to follow these rules. Every place is going to be different. So when you get to your duty station, just abide by the rules. If they tell you first 2 weeks don't drink, just don't drink. It's going to be okay. Because when you get to your unit, you're going to have that freedom and you're going to be able to do everything that you want to do as far as the party life. So when it comes to professionalism, your name sticks, period. So people are going to remember you, but they're not always going to remember you for the good. They're more so going to remember the bad. It don't matter who you are. It don't matter what company or what company you work for, what freaking manufacturer you work for. People always remember the bad. The bad things stick. That's just, it don't matter. The bad things stick. So when I was lower enlisted, everybody always said, don't make sure the command sergeant major and the battalion sergeant major don't know who you are. And it's like, of course they're going to know who you are when you get awards and stuff like that, but they're going to remember you once you start getting in trouble and once you start failing those PT tests and once you start getting Article 15s. That's when they're going to start remembering you. So make sure you keep your nose clean when it comes to professionalism. And it's so easy. Show up in the right uniform, conduct PT, pass your PT test, and do your job. You went to training to do your job for a reason, so do your job. When you know how to do your job well and you're good at PT, so much respect is to you. People do not, since I've been in the Army, people do not mess with you when you're good at your job, you're dependable, and you can do PT. That's just it. They don't. Like, it's always the people that fail PT tests and lack off and don't want to come to formations and getting drunk and coming to formation drunk that they give more of a hard time, because those are the soldiers that need to understand that it's not just this is not a job where you can say, hey, I quit and go home. This is not a job where you can put your 2-week notice in and go home. You are in a contract. You're gonna stay in the Army until they're ready to get rid of you. And if they're ready to get rid of you 5 weeks after you graduate AIT, they're gonna do that because you were screwing up. But that's just that. Keep your nose clean, stay out of trouble, do your job. That's the easiest way to progress in the Army. Go to school, volunteer for stuff, get your volunteer certificate, 500 hours, and you get a freaking medal for it. Try and be a superior in your section. Learn, use this time to basically get free certificates. This is what the Army is. Army is nothing but a learning program that you could take on from the Army to the civilian side. That's what people fail to understand. The jobs you do in the military, of course, is perfect for free training, but you can always use that outside of the military. Now, that's what a lot of people do. They put that in their mind that, oh, I'm gonna do the 3 years and I'm gonna get out and I'm gonna progress with my life in the civilian side. Cool, but as long as you keep your nose clean, then everything you plan on, college, all that other stuff, will fall into place. Now, for the party life, when you're off duties, off duty after 5, after 1700, after that final formation on Friday. Now, like I said, certain duty station, you can't drink the first 2 weeks. Now, when I went to Campbell, I couldn't drink the first 2 weeks. I couldn't go out the first 2 weeks. You had a curfew. They may have changed it, they may have not changed it, but I know when I went, you did, and you also had to do CQ shift for the 2 hours. Everybody had to do CQ for 2 hours and whatever. But when I came here to Fort Benning, I didn't have a curfew. I didn't have a no drinking policy. I didn't have, oh, you can't go out. But every duty station has a restriction list of where you cannot go. So if you're caught going to the restricted places, like I know at Campbell, Chocolate City was on the restricted list. If you were caught going to Chocolate City, they can punish you for that. As far as counseling statements, if it's too many, they'll do Article 15s and stuff like that. But what a lot of people don't understand is, even if you're off duty, you're on duty. So if you fuck up, just put it like that, if you fuck up on your personal time, that shit still comes over to your military time. That still comes over to your active duty time, and your fuck up may be a little bit worse in the military than it would be in the civilian side. So say you're on leave and you get a DUI. The Army will find out and you will get in trouble. So just because you're on a pass or on leave, you still have military tendencies that you need to stand by. You are always a soldier 24/7. So just take that into considerations. Now, you could party and get loose, but you need to be responsible. And it's not just a military thing, it's also about your safety. You don't want to sit here and be in a bad situation where you meet people that don't like military personnel and then something happens to you. It's just all of having that common sense, basically. And sense is not common, so this is why I'm here explaining it to you. Basically, there's party life. I'm gonna say it this way: there's a party life. I go out and I go to the club whenever I feel like it. I come in whenever I feel like it, and that's because I'm here at Fort Benning. Now, if you was in Korea, you're not gonna get that. Like, you probably gonna have to get a hotel, get a pass, and do all that other stuff. But there is fun after the Army. There is good after the Army. You know, it's not always gonna be work. You're gonna have time to relax. You're gonna have time to put your feet up. Even if you're on leave, taking that paid vacation, it's still gonna be time. You can get lit as long as you're safe. You can go out as long as you're safe. You can drink as long as you're safe. They're not gonna look over. They're not your parents as they are in basic training. They look out for you, and they're there for you whenever you do mess up. Say you're out at the club and you do get too intoxicated. The most responsible thing to do is call your NCO and tell them, hey, I'm too drunk to drive. Can you get me a way home? Or figure out how I'm going to get home. And that's what they're there for. Use the people that are around you. Use your battle buddies. Don't just try and figure things out on your own and then get in trouble. Always be honest when you do get in trouble, because you don't want to sit here and wait till something. I'm going to say that. Always be honest when you are asked. I'm going to say it that way. Be honest when you're asked. Don't lie. Do not lie, because you're going to get caught in that lie, and then you're going to get in trouble. But basically what I'm trying to say is there is life after the military. I do go out. Y'all probably see a couple get ready with me after this couple weeks. I'm actually going to the annual Black Party in Montgomery. But it's just where you go. I'm gonna say that it's where you go and what you make of it. Honestly, I had a blast when I was in Campbell, and I know people that have so much fun in Japan. I know people that have so much fun in Korea and so many good experiences in Germany. It's not always like, it's not a bad experience. After basic training in AIT, you're an adult. You're making these career decisions. Drinking and driving is a career decision. It's a career ending decision that you could take. Sexual assaulting someone is a career decision, a career ending decision that you can make. Helping somebody out when they're intoxicated, that's something that can carry your name on to be, oh, she's dependable, and oh, rely on her, and oh, you know, that's a good soldier. She helps out her battle buddies. It just all depends on your attitude, your aura, what you're here for. Everybody has different intentions. So if you're here to progress, you're going to progress. Be on time, be in the right uniform, do PT. Even if you're not good at PT, make it your number one priority when you get into your first duty station to be good at PT. Don't just lax off and think that this is something where you could just get laid off, because it's not. This is something where you can get a discharge that's dishonorable, and then McDonald's and Burger King not going to hurt you no more because you did get a dishonorable discharge. The military carries on after you get out. So if you do get a good discharge, like say you're just not fit for the army or you're overweight, you'll get an honorable discharge. But if you're being disrespectful to non-commissioned officers, you're drinking and driving, you're in and out of jail, you're gonna get a dishonorable discharge. And 9 out of 10 chances, then people are not gonna want to hire you, because this already shows that you can't work as a team, you can't follow rules, and they'll follow you. But as long as you're responsible with your fun, then have fun. That's pretty much it. I don't know what else to say in this video. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you have any more questions about the military, don't be afraid to ask. I can get more in depth into things, but this is just an overview of a lot of stuff. I recorded this video 5 million times. Tomorrow will be an update on my keto diet, and I got more stuff for this vlogtober, but this is not a vlog, this is a videotober. How about that? So yeah, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to add me on social medias, and yeah, I'll be your friend. Okay guys, see ya in my next video.